In this video, we're going to take a look at how to use the MicroRidge Wedgelink Express software to get data from an LMI gauge to go directly into an Excel spreadsheet. But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about why we'd want to do this instead of using an SPC program or data collection software such as LMI's Universal Gauge Interface. The first thing is it's very quick and easy to set up, and it's great for repetition studies. So if you're just going to be taking one measurement over and over and over again, this is easily the best way to do it. Downsides of this method are that there's no trace data, so you're getting the measurement and possibly the date and time if you want that only, and it will not replace a graphically driven routine. So if you're using this to, say, gauge a part on a fixture, probably not the best choice. You'd want to use like a full data collection program for that. But if we're just doing like real quick and dirty study, it's a perfect way to get data right into an Excel spreadsheet, which takes the place of having to jot everything down with a pencil and then enter it into Excel later on. So how do we do this? Well, the first thing we do is we install the Wedgelink Express software, which is included on the MicroRidge utility disk you get when you order a MicroRidge USB mobile collect base. And then we open up the program, and we're going to go ahead and first look up at setup features here, and we have parsing as our first option. We want to make sure that our end of packet character is a carriage return, and then we also want to change all commas to tabs. Now if we want to, we can also add the date and time in here. I'm not going to do that in this example, but it's a simple button click in order to do that. So we'll go ahead and close this down, and then now we'll go back to setup, and we'll choose what serial port we're working with. You can choose both if you have more than one. My mobile collect USB base is actually broadcasting on COM6 here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, say OK, and then go back to preferences. Now the preferences is, again, if you're using the date and time, this gives you a way to set it up depending on where you are in the world. Month, date, year, or day, month, year. And if you wanted to separate it by a dash or a slash. Also you have your time clock down here as well, whether you're on 12 hours or 24 hours. So with that done, let's go ahead and click on OK. And the next thing we need to do is click Enable Serial Port and Send to App via Keyboard. Now what this will do is when we put the focus on our Excel sheet, whatever data we send to the mobile collect USB base, it's going to be broadcast right inside this Excel sheet. So I'm using an LMI GWiz, which is going to give me the door, the reading, and then the gauge ID. So I'll see three things in tabs here, and then I should see a carriage return where it jumps down to the next line. So let me go ahead and take my first measurement here, and then I'm going to send that measurement. And as you see here, I have my door, then my actual reading, and then followed by my gauge ID, and then it hits the enter key automatically for us and jumps us down to the next line to where I can take my next door. And then I can continue doing this for as many times as I need to. Now there are some options, like with this specific example, like say if I didn't need this door here, I can actually go into LMI's wireless utility and remove that. Or if I need to, for some reason, remove this the gauge ID here, I can go into the base setup and remove that as well. I highly recommend to just not do that. Just leave those in there. Because then it's an easy transformation to go back into UGI if you need to. But that's all there is to it.